Hello and welcome to the Sports Report. I'm Alejandra Beltran. Today on set we have women's soccer players Nicole Burke and Adele Stradling. Thank you for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. No problem. My first question, what year are you and what are you studying?
I'm a junior and I'm studying criminal justice.
Okay.
I'm a sophomore and I'm in nursing.
Okay. Why University of Findlay?
I chose the University of Findlay honestly based on soccer. I like the small campus, I like the small classrooms, but honestly it was just based on soccer.
I was recruited by a coach and I kind of came over for a visit, and I really liked how small it was and how it was big enough that you didn't see everyone all the time, but you met new people and you had a lot of the same people in your classes. So.
Okay. In my undergrad I liked that it was small as well. Is there anything that you listen to before competition?
I know neither of us are on aux in the locker room, but we listen to a lot of Beyonce, Shots.
We have a lot of the same songs that we listen to. I think we have like 5 or 4 that we always listen to before games. We all get hype, we all stand up, start dancing.
Okay.
Kind of just varies other than that.
This wasn't one of my questions, but who's on aux?
Anna Money and Sarah Perry.
Okay.
Yeah.
Why do they get to be on aux?
They're seniors.
Oh, okay, makes sense. All right. When did you get into soccer and why? Like, how old were you?
I think I was 4 or 5 when I got into soccer. My parents kind of put me in every sport, so I played soccer, softball, basketball growing up, but I just liked soccer the most. I was the best out of those 3. It wasn't soccer, so I just continued that, and I love it. I loved it, and I continue to love it.
Okay.
I was, I think, 4, and my older brother played, and my dad coached him, so my dad coached me, and kind of just kept going with it and fell in love with the sport. And I was always trying to play the older kids, and I was very competitive with it, so just kind of fell in love with the game.
All right. I played soccer in 3rd grade one time, and my mom said I cried too much, so she didn't put me in the next season, unfortunately. But I do love soccer. It's one of my favorite sports. What have you learned, or what skills do you take from the game and apply them in your everyday life?
I think the biggest skill is just keep trying and have good effort. I know a lot of times things don't go your ways in the game, whether you pass it to the other team or you lose a tackle. Just go, be persistent, keep trying, and don't give up.
All right.
I think being hardworking, like, you have to put all of your effort out there, and it kind of teaches you to, like, buckle down. Like, in your studies you have to, like, spend hours on it, and you kind of have to spend hours on soccer to, you know, get to the point you want it to be, and you can always keep trying. So
Okay. I like those 2 lessons. What does inspiration mean to you, and who is someone that you find inspirational?
Inspiration to me is just someone you look after. They kind of give you an extra reason as to why you do something. For me, inspiration is honestly the whole U.S. Women's National Team.
Okay.
The messages they give on and off the field are encouraging. They kind of tell you, like, you can do it no matter where you came from, or honestly in what you're doing, you can do it.
Okay.
yeah,
What about you?
I agree with that. I think inspiration, I think it's someone you can look up to, and they really set a good example for you. I kind of look up to, I'm close with my family, so I look up to a lot of people in my family.
Okay.
And a lot of athletes higher than me, because I know, like, they put out motivational videos and show how much they're doing, and it kind of gets me motivated to go.
Okay.
So
lost track here. All right, yeah. Being a student and playing a collegiate sport is demanding. What tactics do you use that allow you to manage your time so that you can be successful in both? And how could others translate those tactics in their everyday life? If you need me to repeat that, I can.
okay.
I think the biggest thing is, like Coach says, every time we get to practice, turn off school, focus on soccer while you're there, get your work done so that way you can just have a break from school, relax, do something you love, and then once you're done, get your schoolwork done, get on top of it, get it done sooner rather than later, because our schedules are always changing, they're always busy, but if you have your homework done, it'll be one less thing you have to worry about.
Mm-hmm. I think that it kind of forces you to be on top of things, because you do have to take care of your body and you have to get enough sleep, nutrition. So you use the time that you have to do homework, and then when you're playing soccer, you use that time to play soccer and de-stress, and kind of just it works out. So.
Okay. Do either of you have advice for others that want to play soccer in college and how to get there?
I think the biggest thing is just keep practicing, be the best you can be, soccer-wise, academically-wise, and just be a good person, because I know our coaches want us to volunteer, they want us to be involved in the community, they just want us to be a good person all around, whether it's soccer, school, or in the community.
Okay.
Yeah, I kind of piggyback on top of that. I mean, I think that communication is big, and you have to be willing to put in all the work you can. You can't take off days. Like, if you don't want to go to practice one day, there's not an option. So I think knowing what you're getting into, and if you're willing to make that level of commitment, then put your all into it.
Okay. So I got a couple more questions here. This one is specifically for Nicole. I was going to ask you if you could talk to us about your Northwood block in OT.
Luckily, it was the same girl that took the first PK in the game. She went to what would have been my right, and for the most part, girls and guys don't really change up where they put their PK, so I was just hoping that she would do the same thing, and I knew that the game was on the line. It was overtime, it's golden goal, and I just knew that what I had to do for my team was to make the save, and luckily I was able to do that. So.
Okay, well, congrats. So now I'm going to transfer into a little segment here. I'm just going to ask you a bunch of questions in about a minute, and you're just going to answer whatever first comes off the top of your head. So I'm going to give you both a chance to answer. So when we're ready, we're going to get started. Okay, favorite color?
Purple.
Blue.
Favorite number?
5.
8.
Pepsi or Coca-Cola?
Coke.
Coke.
Kraft or Velveeta?
Velveeta.
Kraft.
Favorite season?
Summer.
Fall.
Favorite food?
Mac and cheese.
Pizza.
Favorite sports team?
U.S. Women's National Team.
Packers.
Favorite athlete?
Carly Lloyd.
Yeah, Alex Morgan.
Okay, left or right Twix?
Right.
Right.
Domino's or Little Caesars?
Little Caesars.
Domino's.
Favorite holiday?
Thanksgiving.
Christmas.
Cats or dogs?
Dogs.
Dogs.
Ocean or lake?
Ocean.
Ocean.
Did you eat breakfast today?
Yes.
Yes.
Snapchat or Instagram?
Instagram.
Snapchat.
Apple or Android?
Apple.
Apple.
And last one, coffee or tea?
Coffee.
Tea.
All right. Now, to end with our last question, what is your favorite memory from a soccer game?
I'll go from this season. We beat ODU in overtime this year, so it's good for us. It's a good win.
Yeah, I think any of the overtime wins that we've had, I love it because we were all like running out on the field and tackling each other, and we all know it's like a team effort, so we're hugging each other and kind of just brings the team together. So.
Yeah, I'm sure that can be super exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's going to wrap it up for us today. Thank you so much for joining us on set.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah. That's it for U.S. Sports Report. I'm your host, Alejandra Beltran. Thank you so much, Adele and Nicole, for joining us today on set. I'll catch you guys next week.
UFTV is your university and community TV station.